Have you ever wondered how far modern feminism has come and the direction it's heading? Over the years, the feminist movement has evolved significantly from its humble beginnings of advocating for women's right to vote to a global movement pushing for gender equality in all aspects of life. However, like any large movement, feminism is not monolithic. It's a broad church with varying beliefs and attitudes, and it's within this diversity that we find some extreme behaviors that have sparked controversy and debate. One such issue is the use of the provocative hashtag #killallmen. This hashtag, which has gained some traction on social media platforms like Twitter, represents sentiments that are far from the core values of feminism, which are about equality and respect, not hate. Now, it's important to clarify that these extreme views don't represent all feminists or even the majority. Is it veering away from its original purpose of promoting equality and respect between the sexes? Or are these instances just outliers within a larger, diverse movement? These questions become even more pressing when we consider the lack of consequences for those who use such inflammatory language. If the roles were reversed, and men were advocating for violence against women, there would understandably be outrage. Yet, when it comes to the #killallmen hashtag, the reaction seems to be more muted. This perceived double standard raises further questions about freedom of speech, equality and respect in our digital age. It's a complex issue that requires careful thought and open dialogue. So what does this all mean for the future of feminism, and how should society respond to these extreme views? Are they just harmless expressions of frustration, or do they represent a darker undercurrent within the movement? And most importantly, how can we promote a more balanced and respectful conversation about gender equality? So let's dive deeper into this controversial topic and uncover the truth. How would you react if you came across a hashtag that reads, #killallmen? Now, this isn't just a hypothetical scenario. The hashtag #killallmen has not just emerged but has also gained traction on social media platforms, particularly Twitter. It's a jarring phrase, one that not only grabs attention but also stirs up a pot of controversy. But what's the intention behind this hashtag? Some argue that it's used as a form of extreme satire, a way to vent frustration and highlight the issues of sexism and gender inequality. Others see it as an explicit threat, a hateful sentiment promoting violence against an entire gender. The controversy surrounding this hashtag is palpable. On one hand, it has sparked conversations about systemic gender issues that are often swept under the rug. It has given voice to the anger and frustration that many individuals feel about the. On the other hand, it's a harsh, potentially harmful phrase that casts all men in the same light without exception. It's a blanket statement that doesn't take into account the countless men who are allies, who stand against sexism, and who actively work towards equality. This leads us to another critical aspect of this controversy, the potential misuse of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is a fundamental right, one that allows us to express our views and opinions openly. Yet, when does this freedom cross the line into hate speech, into promotion of violence? The use of the hashtag #killallmen is a stark reminder of how easy it is to cross that line on social media platforms. It's a wake-up call to the fact that, while social media can be a powerful tool for social change, it can also be a platform for harmful, even dangerous rhetoric. The use of such a hashtag raises several questions about freedom of speech and its potential misuse. What consequences would you face if you openly made a threat against an entire group of people? A question that seems straightforward, but in the context of the #killallmen hashtag, the answer is not so clear-cut. When we delve into this issue, we find a glaring lack of repercussions for those who openly use this hashtag. It's as if threatening the lives of half the world's population is considered a mere jest. Now let's flip this scenario. Imagine a man using a similar hashtag against women. The uproar would be deafening, the backlash immediate, and the consequences severe. The man would be vilified, possibly lose his job, or even face legal action. This stark contrast in responses is what we call a double standard. It's a term that refers to a rule or principle unfairly applied in different ways to different people or groups. In this case, it's the difference between how society reacts when men are threatened versus women. Not only is this a double standard, but it's also a blatant display of hypocrisy. On one hand, we strive for equality, for a world where everyone, regardless of gender, can live without fear of being threatened or harmed. Yet, here we are turning a blind eye to a hashtag promoting harm against men. This isn't about taking sides or pointing fingers, it's about acknowledging that our society is still struggling with balance. It's about recognizing that hateful rhetoric, regardless of who it's aimed at, is harmful and perpetuates division. We cannot hope to achieve true equality by ignoring threats against any group, men included. This double standard is a stark reminder of the imbalance that still exists in our society. It's a call to action for all of us to stand against hate speech, regardless of who it targets. Because in the end, promoting violence against any group is not a step towards equality, but a leap backward. We must strive for a world where everyone feels safe and respected, a world where double standards have no place. Are these extreme views shared by all women in the West? This is a question that often lingers in the minds of many, and today we aim to address it. It's crucial to remember that the sentiment of "kill all men" and similar extreme views are not representative of all women. The existence of these extreme views within the feminist movement cannot be ignored. In conclusion, while it's essential to address these extreme views and hold those who propagate them accountable, we must also strive to understand the broader context. We must remember that these views do not define all women, and most importantly, we must remember that the goal should always be equality, not supremacy. While it is crucial to address these extreme views, we must also remember to not generalize. What should be the consequences for those promoting genocide or making threats online? This question brings us to the heart of the matter. In an era where the internet serves as a global platform, it's crucial to uphold accountability for violent or harmful rhetoric, regardless of one's gender. The law should never condone any form of threat or the promotion of genocide. Legal repercussions exist for a reason, and they should be enforced without bias. Harsh penalties, including hefty fines and even imprisonment, should be meted out to deter such behavior. Promoting harm or violence is not a matter of free speech, it's a violation of human rights. It's essential to recognize this and to understand that words can have profound implications. In a fair society, justice should not be selective. It should be blind to gender, race, or any other identity marker. No one should be above the law. In a fair society, the law should apply equally to everyone. Finally, let's talk about the "I don't need no man" mentality. This sentiment, often expressed in the heat of frustration or empowerment, is an echo of the independence women have fought so hard for. And indeed, there's a lot to celebrate about this independence. It's a testament to the strides women have made in breaking free from traditional roles and expectations. But let's also examine the flip side. This statement can unknowingly breed a dismissive attitude towards men and the contributions they make. The reality is, we all need each other in different ways and at different times. Whether it's the financial stability that a partner can bring, or the simple act of changing a tire, the idea of complete independence can sometimes falter. Does this mean women are helpless without men? Absolutely not. But it does mean that we should value interdependence as much as independence. While independence is important, so is mutual respect and understanding. Ultimately, it's all about balance and equality.